With a kilometer to go, it feels like Antonio Tiberi has the Isaac Del Toro has the upper hand on Antonio Tiberi right now. But as you said, John, this is such an unforgiving climb that he might also pay for this effort that he's doing right now. But so far, this man has ridden this climb to perfection.
He has. He paced it definitely early on, but 1 kilometer to go. It's still this man, the Italian Tiberi. You have to say, hats off. He's almost done the whole effort on his own as well. With 1 or 2 he's used Plap a little bit. But Del Toro, led by Adam Yates. And a big breath there. 15 seconds, still the gap.
Ay, ay, ay. Final kilometer now for Isaac Del Toro. Antonio Tiberi still a 16-second margin. They're 2 seconds apart in GC. So we have got those bonus seconds on the top of the climb at the finish line, 10, 6 and 4. So it looks like a two-man race at the moment. Remco Evenepoel is already at 1:42 from Antonio Tiberi. So almost 1:30 on Del Toro. You can almost smell the finish line right now, Antonio Tiberi, on a much smaller gear than Isaac Del Toro is. Also looking very focused, controlling his breathing there. Isaac Del Toro has got him in sight, but of course we all know, John, that this distance on a 13% climb, might be deceiving us a little bit.
Yeah, of course, Del Toro has that carrot. He has the rider he needs to chase. Tiberi is riding really well. He hasn't looked back once. I think he just needs to get into his effort and do everything he can to the line. He knows where the finish is, and now he takes a look back and sees Del Toro.
John says, don't look.
He didn't need to, but 500 meters to go, still 18 seconds. It's everything to the line, and Tiberi knows that. It's just that, has Del Toro got that carrot, that big chase? He can see Tiberi ahead.
And it's about a 75-meter gap between these two riders. Tiberi has done this climb at a steady pace, while Del Toro really had to do that increase in tempo to really create this attack. He closed the gap to about 15 seconds, and now it kind of stalled at that point while the road is running out. He can still see the man in front of him, Antonio Tiberi, 2 young guys, 24-year-old Italian, 22-year-old Mexican. It's all coming down to the line right now, with Tiberi glancing over his shoulder, 300 meters to go. And yeah, like you said, John, he's got that carrot. Isaac Del Toro's got that carrot in front of him. But Antonio Tiberi, I'm confusing all the names here. Antonio Tiberi still has got the upper hand. He can almost see the finish line right now. If he wins the stage, he's also got the red jersey. There's only a 2-second gap between the two riders on GC, and we've got those bonus seconds. He has almost reached the finish line with a courageous solo attack, and the win on the stage. Antonio Tiberi wins stage 3 and is also the new leader in the UAE Tour. But this is far from over, because on Saturday we climb again. What a ride by Isaac Del Toro as well. But as you predicted, he didn't really close the gap altogether, because he paid a little bit in the end for that effort. Fantastic ride as well by Lennart van Eetveld, former winner of this race. Lost quite a lot of time in the time trial yesterday, but really showing some good form on this really, really hard climb. But today's winner, Antonio Tiberi, well done, young man.
Yeah, what a ride from Tiberi. It's his first ever World Tour win, and the celebrations from the team at the side. Matt, the team doctor, first there with Tiberi. But what a ride. We talked about how they built that. Del Toro made the big effort at the end of the climb.
That's
but
Nordhagen,
Tiberi did it, and G with the lunge to take what would be 4th place.
Ilan van Wilder, Luc Plaap, Stora. But the gap's rather big. The first 3 manageable, but then big gaps to all over a minute. And this man, absolutely dominant in the time trial yesterday. We know that the steepest of climbs are not his forte, John. It's not what he does best. and he will learn from this experience as well. Look at that fantastic performance yet again by Byron Munton, the South African riding at a third division team in Asia in the past years, picked up by the Modern Adventure Pro Cycling team, and really showing, just like in the Alula Tour, that he really deserves a chance at pro level. There is Remco Evenepoel losing over 2 minutes to Tiberi and almost 2 minutes on Isaac Del Toro.
Yeah. And it was, Tiberi made that attack, didn't he? He made it early on and opened that gap. And you really then have to question, was Del Toro out of position? He's had to chase.
He was far back.
He was too far back, really, you have to say, in that group. And to come back to try and close that effort, Tiberi just, really smartly rode, had that gap, saved enough energy. And, of course, you have to have the legs to do it. And a deserved win from Tiberi.
Stage 3 of the UAE Tour, here at the top of this incredible climb that we have seen for the very first time.
There's Eddie Dunbar.
Tiberi will be crowned as the winner of today's stage.
This ain't over.
No,
we climb again on Saturday. We climb again on Saturday with Tiberi and Isaac Del Toro. And who knows, Lennart van Eetveld, who knows the climb well, of course. But, Tiberi, he already showed he is pretty ambitious for this race by coming in third on the opening stage, already getting those bonus seconds. And then out of the GC candidates, doing one of the best time trials yesterday. And now finishing it off, well, not finishing it off, but completing that trilogy with a win. And this is the moment that he attacked from that group with Tejada, Plapp and Felix Gall. And I think he did at least 6 kilometer effort on his own, basically starting at the foot of the real tough climb, the final 6 kilometers at 12% average. And just pacing himself to perfection.
So that was 4 kilometres to go when he went single. Just saw the side of the road. But that was Adam Yates was riding on the front at that point for Del Toro. But Tiberi, he made that acceleration, taking Bahrain victorious, his first ever win at the UAE Tour as well.
What an image.
And of course that big effort he made, but it just wasn't enough. It was he caught out, and maybe a bit of frustration when he looks back, I think. He definitely, Del Toro, one of the strongest. Tiberi, the winner though, rode to perfection, followed the moves, saved his energy. And what a win for the Bahrain victorious team.